KaneAI tool actually tests what AI built, not a demo site, a live product that real people use every day. So I wanted to find out. So I pointed an AI tool, which is supposed to test everything, to my own website, autonomy.ai. I typed one instruction in English and I clicked run. Right now, I can build almost anything for you in hours and sometimes even minutes, but nobody talks what happens after you ship the product to real users. Does it work on mobile? Does the sign-up flow actually submit? Did your last update broke something on Safari while it works okay on Chrome? And it's not just about does this button work or not. It's about security as well. A recent scan of 5,600 apps built with AI revealed that 65% of them had security flaws. The code worked, the apps loaded, but they had real flaws that nobody caught because nobody really tested them. And if you ever shipped something with AI, you probably run into that once you send that link to somebody, they're like, oh yeah, that page doesn't load or that button is missing. In our community, this literally happened. A community member built something, sent it to us, and because I have full harness with Claude Code for manually testing products, especially when community asked for feedback, I immediately caught up. There was embedded in website code a discount code for 100%. But not only that, there was security issues with payment processing as well. So I caught it, I reported to my community member, that's good. But how do you catch these type of things yourself? Community is a safe environment, like where other people are going to support you, but if you do not have that, you need something like this video sponsor, KaneAI. So today I'm going to exactly show you how you can now in 2026, you can test your products using just plain English, no code, no scripts running on Playwright that constantly need maintenance as your product evolves and scripts need to be rewritten. The tool that I'm talking about is KaneAI. I'm going to test my own website live together with you, walk you through every feature, and going to give you my honest take, because there are some limitations too. We also have free trial, so you can totally follow along, and if it's something for you, you can of course always upgrade. So let me show you how this works. This is KaneAI's quick author. As I mentioned, instead of writing scripts in code, you write them in plain language. So I'm pointing it at my own website, autonomy.ai. I'm typing, go to the homepage, check that the title loads, click on resources, verify the page loads. Okay, watch this. It navigates my site like a real user would. It's clicking, scrolling, waiting for page to load. This is what we call end-to-end testing. We give it a goal and it goes through the full workflow. Instead of testing one small piece of your code or feature, you test the whole experience, end-to-end testing. Normally, this requires writing test scripts in a framework like Playwright, which is open source and free, which is great, but you have to know it. But most AI builders and beginners don't, and that's another thing to learn. Here's another thing that I really like. If something wrong happens during mid-testing, you can edit or add a step. KaneAI suggests you what step to do. You can approve it or change it. And I think what's more important that it understands what you mean, because if you're just getting into development, you might not know a specific languages or keywords to use, right? So AI helps you with that, because if I say check the pricing, it knows to look for pricing content, even if there is no specific button called pricing. And that's a big deal because it thinks about your product or site like a real user would. And in my testing, I wanted to test like blog, right? But I do not really have a blog on my website. I have resource page. So that was flagged to me by AI that it couldn't find blog, and I think I need to change it because people are more familiar with blog than resources, and if it was confusing for AI, it's most likely it's confusing for real people too. But what if you want to test your whole website, app, or dashboard, tool, whatever it is? Can you do that from a single prompt too? And this is the feature that solved me on this. It's called Generate with AI, and it's inside KaneAI's test manager. Instead of writing tests one by one, you give a general description of your website, what it is, what it's supposed to do, for whom it is, and then you ask to generate a full test suite. In about 70 seconds, it created 16 test cases across 5 different scenarios: homepage, pricing, navigation, resource, mobile. Can you just imagine how much time it would have taken to write all those 16 test test scripts across 5 different scenarios. But not only that, it automatically prioritizes them. It uses something called Moscow. Anyhow, it stands for must have, should have, could have. Very good thing to know when you are budgeting for your API calls. This basically means that it prioritizes what gets tested first. Homepage and any sign-up flow is going to be always prioritized because that's the most important. If your homepage is not loading, your user can't navigate anywhere else. Then later, blog and side pages get tested as well. And this is the part that most AI builders skip entirely. You build something using your computer, maybe even terminal. It works on your laptop, and when you ship it, you never test it if it works on mobile, on Safari browser. Or, for those who know what I'm talking about, what happens if a user clicks back and forth? That's how bugs just slip through, and you might make amateur mistakes. But you are watching this channel, you're hopefully subscribed, and you're not going to make those mistakes. So, from one prompt, you can have the full test suite across different devices, okay? Now, the real pain isn't really writing the test, it's maintaining that. Every time you update your product or your website, the scripts that you wrote, those test scripts, they break. So here where we get really smart. Auto healing. You change your website, a button moved, a label changed. KaneAI auto heals. It detects the changes and changes tests automatically. This alone saves you dozens of hours. And this is also the #1 reason why developers hate testing. You spend loads of time writing those tests, and then you improve your thing, and you have to rewrite those tests. Auto-healing solves that completely. And not only that, every test that you build using natural English language, you can export as code. If your team uses Playwright, Selenium, whatever you use or are used to use. Start simple, you generate your test, you see what's working, what's breaking, and then you can always move to code whenever you're ready. And now the cherry on top. KaneAI tests over 3,000 browser and mobile combinations. And we are not talking just resizing your screen that you can do in a browser. You can test on actual devices. And for the advanced ones, part of the testing is also testing backend API. So not only what user sees, but what is actually happening in the backend, and if everything is working correctly how it should. So this is what this AI tool can do. But I want to give you the full honest picture. What's great, what's limited, and who is this actually for? If you already know how to code your own tests, you can also use AI already to help you. And if you know Playwright, you probably know vtest. You can build your own testing setup for free. Playwright is open source. GitHub Actions is free for public repos. So this is open source community. If you are working on a project that is not public, that's not really free for you. That's one valid path. But most people watching this aren't really coming from the testing background, and they are maybe not really interested to become full quality assurance experts or full stack software developers. You're building with AI. You are shipping real products, and the testing might just be the thing that you are skipping because you don't really know about it, or you don't know that there are tools now existing in 2026 that make it way more easy and accessible to anybody. This is for whom KaneAI was built for. Another thing that's impressive is speed. It's saving hours and hours. 16 tests from one prompt in 70 seconds. If you would have said this to any sane person just like even 2 years ago, even a year ago, that's crazy. So let's talk limitations. The free trial gives you 10 free sessions. I went and tested my website using that. So I know that you can definitely leverage it, but you're going to run into that limitation eventually. And mind you, this is a new thing. Some operations are not supported yet, which doesn't mean that they are not supported by the time you're watching the video, so you need to check. But as it is right now, browser console checks, for example, are not supported. So the free trial is enough to test, if enough to get to feel what testing looks like in 2026. But here's the thing I want you to take away from this video, even if you never use KaneAI. AI is making everything easier to build than never before. But building fast doesn't mean building well. For example, when a developer audited 340 pull requests from a team using AI to code. They found these subtle bugs, kind of logic drifts, copy-paste errors that AI introduced. And that Reddit post got almost 2,000 upvotes because everyone who is building gets it, and they know that that's the reality. You have to babysit your AI, put a lot of harness around it, and even then, you still have to oversee it, test it, and steer it. So the skill that separates someone from just, I built this, oh my god, I can do this, to actually ship actual product is testing. And this not to be confused with evals, that like building evaluation benchmarks and models, but testing how the end product performing on different devices. It should be part of the whole strategy. If you use KaneAI, Playwright, or just manually check your website and browser console, start testing what you ship. That's the one habit that's going to put you ahead of most of AI users. If you want to test KaneAI, the free trial link is in the description below. And if you want to go deeper into learning about quality assurance or testing your products and how to use it, I'm going to link all the resources in the description box below as well. And if you're interested in Claude Code or AI engineering career and path and actually adding it on your domain expertise, you can watch this video here.